This week in Jamaica Now, government rushes to quell concerns over bodyguards for judges. 14-year-old pregnant schoolgirl found dead in Westmoreland. Professor Brendan Bain wants more than $50 million in damages from UE, and government stands by flu cable and wireless merger. The details of these and other stories coming up after the break.
We'll always be there for the moments that will define the rest of your life. The Gleaner, where life unfolds.
The government had to move quickly last week to quell condemnation from members of the judicial, legal fraternity and ordinary Jamaicans who strongly objected to suggestions that judges and resident magistrates would no longer automatically be provided with bodyguards. In announcing plans for a review of existing arrangements, National Security Minister Peter Bunting told Parliament that, among other things, bodyguards will be assigned based on a needs basis.
With a total of 544 personnel, the VIP Protection Division is among the largest units in the JCF, assigning approximately 50% of its staff as close protection officers. This significant deployment must be balanced against the reality that there are several police stations unable to adequately cover their police districts because fewer than 10 officers staff them.
The announcement drew strong objection from several sectors, with judges warning that they will not go to work if they do not have bodyguards. Justice Minister Senator Mark Golding later rushed to quell the public discord, seeking to assure that the current arrangements will continue, although an assessment is to be carried out.
He was focused really on persons who are not actually, for example, persons who retired, who are no longer, or spouses. They're not the people out there who have enjoyed continuing access to security, and really when they're not at any risk. So I think he's trying to redeploy resources in a more efficient manner. He wasn't focusing on persons whose jobs have inherent risks involved, such as the judiciary and the magistracy.
And the Jamaica Bar Association says judges have greater need for personal security than many government members. According to Association President Donovan Walker, it appears the National Security Minister did not consult with the Chief Justice before making his announcement.
I am certain that no consultation was done with the judiciary before this decision was taken.
What gives you that certainty, Mr. Walker? Did you ask the Chief Justice if she was consulted?
I have not asked the Chief Justice that question, but I am quite certain that had there been consultation, I'm also certain that it would have been stated by the Minister in his announcement that after consultation with the Chief Justice.
Mm-hmm.
The opposition spokesman on justice, Senator Alexander Williams, also asserted that judges are exposed to risks. A manhunt has been launched to find the boyfriend of a 14-year-old Westmoreland schoolgirl whose chopped body was found in garbage bags. Police investigators say the girl, who was pregnant, died as a result of strangulation. Her remains were discovered sometime after she failed to return home on Monday, January 26. People's National Party councillor for the Morant Bay Division, Rohan Bryan, and businessman Ludlow McQuinney are to return to court in March on charges of attempting to pervert the course of justice. Bryan and McQuinney are being accused of interfacing with the complainant in a sex case involving a pastor from the parish. Both men were offered bail in the sum of $600,000 when they appeared in court last week. Opposition leader Andrew Holness last week announced the return of Central Clarendon Member of Parliament Mike Henry to the Council of Spokespersons for the Jamaica Labour Party. He will once again serve as spokesman on transport and works. The other new faces are Attorney-at-Law Marlene Malahoo Fort, who will be the party's spokesperson on health, and Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, her deputy. Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith will be the new opposition spokesperson on education and youth. Technology Minister Philip Polwell says he is confident that Jamaica is on firm legal footing following its decision to approve the acquisition of Columbus Networks Jamaica Limited Flow by Cable and Wireless Communications plc. The deal received the approval from the Jamaican government earlier this month. CARICOM's Competition Commission has said it believes the acquisition has the potential to distort competition within the trading bloc. The Commission further says, based on Article 176.1 of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, it is of the view that the deal could prejudice trade. However, Jamaica's Technology Minister says there is no legal basis to prohibit the merger.
The position that we have taken fully complies with our laws. In fact, we use extensively the Telecommunications Act of 2000 and also a recent Court of Appeal decision on the matter, which indicates that in relation to acquisitions and mergers, there are no internal rules governing those, and that in full compliance with the law that now exists, the minister has little or no discretion once the office indicates that the companies are agreed in fulfilling existing obligations under the Telecommunications Act.
The full court has reserved its judgment in the suit brought by Professor Brendan Bain, who is seeking more than $50 million in damages arising from his termination in May last year by the University of the West Indies, Mona. Professor Bain is suing for breach of contract, breach of constitutional rights, and defamation. The UWI said it terminated Professor Bain's contract as the director of the Caribbean HIV/AIDS Training Network CHART because his constituents had lost confidence in him. Civil society groups had complained to the university after Professor Bain gave an expert report on behalf of churches which were opposed to a court claim brought by a Belizean man seeking to challenge the country's anti-sodomy law. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune into Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Carleen Brown, and as we go, we bring highlights from the 2014 Gleaner Honor Awards luncheon at which Grace Kennedy was named Honoree of the Year.
Welcome to the 2014 Gleaner Honor Awards for Excellence. It is important for us to do this exercise because effort and achievement must be celebrated.
Gleaners